What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Supes channel. My name is Matthew Ramos, and on this channel I am to entertain, inform, and inspire using the topic of discussion as always, which is superheroes. So guys, today I'm bringing you my 2021 setup tour. Now, as most of you guys can see, can't see, you cannot see my setup right now. And that's because right now I'm going to walk you guys down the setup I currently have. And in this video, I'm going to transform this entire room into a proper superhero content creator setup. You know, for the longest time in my videos, you guys have seen the background where I film is just literally a white wall. And then you see my bed in the corner. But today I'm going to transform this entire setup going into 2021 to really have a setup that represents my passion for superheroes, and I'm going to leave space open for you guys to send me stuff. I'm going to be opening up a PO box soon, so like that you guys can send me stuff and I can incorporate that stuff into my setup. So with that being said, let's get right into it, guys. Walking into the room, you see I have like a little Avengers Endgame poster there, but you guys can see this is the desk setup right here. This is where everything goes down. This is where I spend most of my days. And you guys can already see here the lighting in this room is freaking terrible. And that's because of the light that I have here. But we're about to change all of that. So at this point, you guys have seen everything. You guys have seen my old setup. You know, the thing that I sit down 12 hours a day in to make my videos. You guys have also seen some ingredients that I'm going to use to cook up this new setup. But now with that being said, it's time to transform this room upside down and create the Supes 2021 setup. Alright guys, so now we have transformed the setup. It's totally done. Now it's time to take you guys in. So walking into the room, the first thing you're going to see right here is a poster that I got when I went to go watch Avengers Endgame. It was the posters that they were handing out, which is basically a photo of the Stark Gauntlet, and then it says, "We love you 3000" at the bottom. So I had to incorporate that in some way to just commemorate my love for Avengers Endgame. But I do that more than once in this room. Now, once you walk in a little bit more, you see this poster from Limited Fire, where I have 4 of their posters in this room because they are so dope. And I had to include this shot that I just love so much of Miles falling into the city, but it's positioned upside down. So it's like, even though he's falling, it's almost like he's rising to the occasion, like how he did in Into the Spider-Verse. Now, up here we have this hair TV where it's positioned to be right in front of my bed. So like that when I'm, you know, late at night watching either the Mandalorian episodes or just movies, I can have this right here positioned right next to my TV for some late night entertainment. And now moving over to like the background of this setup, which is what you guys have seemed to be loving, and it's just my new background in every single one of my videos. You know, I made this decision to just completely get this done. So like that, when I'm filming my videos, it represents, like my background represents my passion. It represents superheroes in general. So starting off right here in this column, this glass case I got from IKEA, as well as the other one. And basically what's in this glass case is just figures, you know, figures from Sideshow Collectibles. I got this one from Sideshow actually sent me this beautiful Iron Man figure. And then Iron Studios sent me this Miles Morales figure, which I gave away. And then I just got this Spider-Man PS4 figure from GameStop to match the Miles one. But there's still so much more space in this glass case. So with whatever other figures Iron Studios sends me or Sideshow Collectibles, they will be going in these cases. And now here in like the middle column, this is kind of like just a random space with like Marvel stuff. We have, you know, like a little baby Groot. We have in the back the Avengers bottle from from the developers of the Avengers game. They sent me a little package, and one of the things was that bottle. And then we have like my senior crown, and I'm sure you guys by now have noticed these, courtesy of Taya Miller. She sent me a meal, and then she also sent me Remy, who's just over here, and they're Christmas ornaments, but I just found a place for them. And you know, a little bit of Remy and a meal never hurt anyone. But this was my senior crown when I was graduating high school. I decorated it class of 2020, and again it just represents my passion for superheroes. So we have that there. This is a sticker that Taya sold in order to raise money for cancer research. And then right here is just like a little not a Colossus, a Sentinel mug that Loot Crate sent me. And I just have it here with like coins. And I don't know, I love the color. It spices things up. But now moving on to this beauty right here. This again is once again from Limited Fire. They sent it to me And guys, I'm telling you, they have the best posters in the game, so make sure to check them out. The links to everything in this video will be in the description. But here we have just a beautiful art from the Trini, and it has Ben Affleck's Batman, Henry Cavill's Superman, and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Literally the perfect trinity. Like when I think of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman from the comics, I think of these figures. Like they just brought them to life so well, and I just had to honor them, and just that's why I put them up there. But now moving over to like the whole this middle section that is just filled with my pops and some pretty iconic comic series. So here at the top we have the Avengers Endgame pop collection and it shows all of them in their quantum suits. By the way, Marvel, what the heck happened to Dope Thor going in the quantum realm with Stormbreaker? That obviously never happened. But here I had to include this pop, which is of course that iconic moment from the first Avengers movie of Hulk throwing Loki. Now moving over to like just this section, I got these bookcases at Target for actually pretty cheap, and I just put them together and I filled up the top row with pops. The bottom row, I still need more pops to fill in because you guys can see there's obviously still a lot more space. But again, I wanted there to be space with this new setup because as we continue to grow, you know, I'm interested in opening up a P.O. box so you guys can send some stuff that I can incorporate in this setup. But here we have some of the most iconic comic series ever. We have 3 of the most iconic Marvel series and 3 of the most iconic DC comic series. This, fun fact, this right here actually happens to be my favorite comic series of all time, The Dark Knight Returns. Literally, that is the comic that changed all of comics forever. But now moving over to this glass case. Right above, we have a photo or just a poster, once again, from limitedfire.com of showcasing Henry Cavill's Superman transforming from Clark Kent into Superman. We have Remy, you know, guarding this case. And then once we open this bad boy, we have 2 figures courtesy of Sideshow Collectibles. Again, they sent me both of these Superman figures because they know how much I love Superman. But at the top we have a figure of Christopher Reeves's Superman, and it looks so beautiful, man. I grew up on the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, and that is those were the movies that got me into superheroes literally as a toddler. So now moving over, I just have a little canvas of the Justice League. This case, I want it to be like my DC case, whereas that is like my Marvel case. And then down here, we have a huge statue from Superman, the animated series. And this thing is a beast. It's super heavy. So that's why I have him down there. But it's just, the level of detailing in these figures is insane. Sideshow is the best in the game. And I'm not joking. But man, here we have another poster from Limited Fire. And it's showcasing Spider-Man PS4, and I love this poster so much. This is one of my favorite pieces of this room just because it's so vibrant. It's such an amazing art, and it gives life to the room. So now moving over to my ring light. I actually bought this ring light last night to film some cosplay content, which you guys will be seeing on TikTok very soon. And this is literally the same generic ring light that all like the professional TikTokers have. I just got this one. It's from Sunpack. I got it at Best Buy, and this is the best one in the game just because it does such a great job in its lighting. And I'm actually gonna turn it on right now for you guys. So you guys can see this is how my room is traditionally lit, and now with the ring light on, let there be light. But there you go, man. Look at this lighting. It gets the job done. It's so good, and I'm loving it. I think it's gonna take the quality of the TikToks to a whole another level. So now guys, let's move over to like the studio section of my setup. We have this chair that I just got at IKEA, pretty basic. But now moving over to this. So guys, it took my sister and I like 2 days to install these LED light strips all around the room, and it was a mission. It was a mission to say the least. But you know, literally these these LED light strips make this room. Like they create the vibe. And usually like I have my actual like light off in the room, and I'll just have the light strips on, and it lights up the room pretty well, and it sets the vibe, you know what I'm saying? So these are like a must for your rooms nowadays. I mean, everyone on TikTok has them, but again, it creates the vibe. Now, right here I have this little wall mount that it just sticks to my wall, and it holds my PS5 controller, and we'll get to the PS5 a little bit later, and it holds my headsets. So for a long time I used the Astro A40s, but now I upgraded to the Steel Series Arctic 7s. These are actually wireless, and you can use them wired, and I do use them wired for when I'm gaming, so like that, you know, my Elgato chat link can capture game audio, but they're also wireless as well. And when I tell you guys, these are literally the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn. They're the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn. And on top of that, you know, the sound quality is fantastic. So I'm in love with these headphones. They're the greatest headphones I've ever had before. So make sure to check out the SteelSeries Arctic 7s. Now, when it comes to like the lighting of my desk, because the ring light is great, but when I'm sitting here super close, I can't have the ring light anywhere around me. So what I do to light up, to create like desk lighting for when I'm filming like my YouTube videos, where I'll just stack my camera here, which my sister is recording on right now, I'll just place these little desk lightings, and then boom, I'll turn it on. And then same with this one, and I'll turn this one on. And that's how I create my desk lighting. And sometimes when I'm streaming and I need lighting because it's too dark, I'll turn them on and then I'll stream with, and that'll be like my lighting setup for my streams and just for my desk. Now, here we have these Logitech computer speakers. Again, nothing too crazy. I use them for when I'm editing videos and I need to hear just all of the little intricacies with the sound behind the video. Here, this thing right here is how I get so much done and so much out of my days. It's called the Passion Planner. Again, you guys know me, I'm a huge fan of just journaling, you know, writing down your tasks, your agenda, and really putting things into perspective. So, like, literally, when it comes to like just getting so much out of my day and maximizing my days, this thing is what makes that happen. So yesterday I had, you know, a ton of cosplay content, meetings, different things to do, different videos to create, and I just write down all of my video ideas here. I schedule out my time, the times of my day, and then I write down the tasks and just the goals that I need to get done for the day, and then I just go out there and execute, plain and simple. Now, when it comes to just when I'm out of my PC setup, this is where I take my MacBook, my MacBook with me. Usually I'll take when I take it to go do emails, and I'll usually do it outside of my backyard, or I'll go do it somewhere else. But when I'm on the road and I'm not home and I can't be in this setup, I use my MacBook for everything. And again, it gets the job done. It's such a great alternative to my PC. So now moving over to the actual PC, where, you know, I'm sitting here literally 10, 12 hours a day, editing videos, creating content, answering emails, hopping on calls, doing streams. Right here, we have an iBuyPower PC. It's nothing too crazy, to be honest. I don't know the exact model. And my whole like wiring setup, my whole like cable setup is just pretty trash. But again, it's nothing that bothers me too much because the cables are all on the back, even though it's a little bit messy. And again, I have to have a lot of cables here because there's so many different things connecting to different things. But what I use to record my gameplay, so when I'm doing streams, is this bad boy right here, the Elgato HD60. You guys can get this on Elgato.com or on Amazon, and this is my capture card that I use to stream video games, to capture gameplay content, like when I'm playing Spider-Man Miles Morales or the Avengers game. This is what I use to capture all of those videos. And then in order to capture game audio when I'm playing with my friends, I use this thing called the Elgato Chat Link. And basically what it does is you have to connect this to your controller right here, and then you have to plug in your headsets here, and it'll capture game audio perfectly. And not only game audio, but party chat. And that's the main thing. When you're filming like group videos and you want to hear other people's voices, that's how you do it with that chat link. So now moving over here, I have this little Captain America mouse pad for my mouse. And I also have this thing called the Elgato Stream Deck. And I use it when I'm streaming, and basically what it does is when I'm streaming, there's certain scenes that I would want. So whereas sometimes you guys can only see like my webcam and my face, other times you guys see, you know, the in-game screen, I switch those scenes just by pressing these buttons. But yeah, the Stream Deck is a huge plus when it comes to streaming, and this is the mic I use for everything, for all of my streams. It's the Blue Yeti microphone. This is such a household product that so many different other creators use, but again, it gets the job done, and it's it's cheap. Like it's not as expensive as all of these other crazy mics. And again, once again, it gets the job done. So this is the mic I use, the Blue Yeti, and you set it up like this and you speak into this. You know, before I used to speak into it like this on top, but the best way to use this mic and maximize the audio quality is to have it set up like this with the logo facing you and then speaking into this front part. So we got the Blue Yeti mic right there, and then this is the Joby Gorilla Pod. This is what I use to mount my camera when I'm filming my YouTube videos, and I just mount my camera on it, and then boom, I just set it up right there, and I'll just film my videos using my desk and my lighting setup. And now for my camera, which is my sister is recording on right now, I use the Canon N50, and the mic that I use is the Takstar mic. It's super, the audio quality is amazing, and it's not as expensive as, you know, the other like super expensive mics out there, because there's a ton of expensive mics, but there's other alternatives that you can go to that are cheaper and they have the same audio sound and the audio quality. So that's why I have a Takstar mic and the Canon M50, which again are both very price efficient. Now I also have this candle right here, mahogany teak wood from Bath and Body Works. Again, you always want the room smelling good, guys. You don't want to be living in a pigsty. Now over here I have like this little oil diffuser, which I don't really have it on that much. I just have it more as like a light, because again it just goes with like the whole like lighting setup with the light strips, and it creates the vibe. Now going over to this beast, the PS5, man. You guys know I've been through hell and back to get this thing, and I finally got it. And I actually have so much content planned when it comes to like the PS5 games, because literally I still haven't been able to play Miles Morales or Spider-Man Remastered on the PlayStation 5. So I plan on making YouTube videos with that coming very soon. But now we forgot this other piece of just this side of the room, and this is like the Endgame Wall. So right here I have like my little Endgame mural where I have the collector's edition of the Entertainment Weekly magazine, which it's like their edition that came out for Avengers Endgame. Here I have my IMAX ticket from opening night. Here I have the Avengers Endgame fan event coin for, you know, opening night. And then I have here a little We Love You 3000 pin that I got at D23, and that's not sold anywhere in the world. So I had to create this in order to honor this movie, because it's my favorite movie of all time. I've never had an experience the way this movie just, the journey that this movie took us through, no movie has ever done that for me. And that's why up here I had to honor the boy Tony Stark, our savior, and the Last Supper art. It's a canvas. It shows Tony obviously in the middle, and it has all of the other heroes. But now moving over to the bed and this beautiful wall. So this beautiful wall is filled with some pretty amazing posters. None of these posters are from Limited Fire like all of the others. But another thing I want to mention too, guys, is the frames that I used to frame all of these posters. I got them all at Michael's for super cheap, and I recommend the Michael's frames. Shout out to the boy Chris Bowie for recommending me that. Well, now let's hop on this bed. Hi Chloe, that is my dog. She is not for sale. Actually, JK, you could get her. Link in the description. But starting over here, this is another piece, just like the Last Supper art, and it's a piece of Captain America wielding Mjolnir. Obviously, that was one of the greatest superhero moments of all time, so I had to honor that moment. That's why I got this canvas right under. I had to honor the boy Stan, man. Stan. The whole reason I make these videos, the whole reason we get to experience so many of the awesome moments that we have experienced so far and will continue to experience moving forward. Now moving over with these, man. These are the entire Tobey Maguire trilogy. I love these posters so much. Say what you want, but I love every single one of these movies so much, and they're just, for me, they are masterpieces. Like, I was born in 2001. The first Tobey movie came out in 2002. And in a lot of ways, these movies raised me as a kid. So now here I am with just making a living talking about superhero movies. And I wouldn't be here if it weren't for these films right here. And actually, a fun fact about this poster right here. Look, come. Mira, come. Bring it closer. You guys can actually see this was a teaser poster for this first Spider-Man movie. And this was before 9/11. This came out before 9/11. And you could see the Twin Towers in the lenses of Spider-Man. So that poster came out before 9/11, and obviously after 9/11 happened, you know, they kind of like changed up the marketing, but that is one of the most rarest posters ever, and it was not cheap. Now moving over, before we get to this poster, which is personally my favorite part of the room, I have to honor the babes of the Marvel and DC universe. You know, the baddies, the queens. First, starting off, we have Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman up top. Then we have one of the greatest posters of all time, the Black Widow Winter Soldier poster. And then we have the queen herself, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. So, you guys know me. I love all three of them. I had to honor the queens, the baddies of the Marvel and DC universe. So, I gave them a little section of this room. But now, getting over to this poster right here. This poster is one of my favorite movie posters of all time. And it's a poster of, it's a Man of Steel poster that came out in 2013. And it's a poster of Superman in handcuffs. And the reason this poster is so special to me is because it's the meaning behind it. I truly believe that every single one of you watching this video, every single one of us, we're all just as powerful as Superman. We all have the power to go out there and create our own lives. And to make an impact and to make the world a better place and to change lives. But there's a lot of people being held back by handcuffs. And this is Superman we're talking about. One of the most powerful superheroes of all time. And he's being restricted by handcuffs. In many ways, we're all Superman. But there's things holding us back. There's things that are keeping us tied. There are handcuffs that we have on. And whether it's, you know, the opinions of other people. Whether it's the haters, the judgment, the limiting beliefs that we have that are holding us back from being the greatest superhero of all time. Those are the things that are keeping us restrained. And there comes a point in this movie where Superman, he's handcuffed and he just, with ease, he just takes him apart. He sets himself free. So if you're watching this video, I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, encourage you guys to, whatever those handcuffs are for you, whether it's the haters, the judgment, the fear, the limiting beliefs that you have, whatever it is that's holding you back, find the courage within yourself to break free of all of that BS. Because guess what? Every single one of us has the power to be Superman. Every single one of us has the power to be our own superhero. Every single one of us has the power to go out there and make the world a better place. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my room tour. Again, I flipped this room inside out in order to truly represent my passion for superheroes and our passion for superheroes. So now when you're watching these videos, this is an environment that's based solely on passion, love, and energy. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that sub button and consider hitting that bell notification on my channel to get notified when these videos go up on my channel. Again, everything in this room will be linked down in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys 3000, and I'll see you guys next time.